Hey, okay, I'm looking at the time. I think I have 1 minute to spare. 1 minute. So, if you're watching this on the replay, you can fast forward this for a minute. But I want to make sure you don't miss the introduction. Okay, so here she is. Let me get her in here. All right, we're waiting. We're waiting. There she is.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yes, you're kind of like, okay, good, because it's a little. I think yeah, we're good. We're good. You're outside. I'm outside. This is so great. I love it. Yeah. Okay, so Amy, what I want to do is just let everybody know that's watching on my end. First, I want to just welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and I am so excited this evening to bring Amy as our special guest. And Amy and I have known each other for like over 2 decades, really, right?
Yep, definitely.
About like
Back
that,
when we were teenagers.
Yeah, since high school. And
Yeah.
and actually I've known I used to work with her husband when I was in high school. I mean, we went to the same you and I went to the same college, and we never like really talked a whole lot, right, until recently in the last few months.
Yep.
And we got to know each other. What was that?
I've been watching your videos and learning a lot from you, and we rekindled the friendship.
It's been awesome too, and I so appreciate you coming on here and taking just the step of the bravery and putting on the warrior suit and telling everybody a little bit about your story. So for those of you that know this, like, we usually try to do 3 questions, and we try to be respectful of everybody's time. So Amy, I'm just curious. You and we came together because you were interested in making kind of like some lifestyle changes. So would you be able to share with everybody, like, prior to starting this nutritional system, what were you feeling like? What was going on?
Well, I was exercising. I have been, probably for the last 3 years, I have been a pretty regular exerciser. I exercise at home, but over time, I don't know if my body just kind of leveled out or what, but over time, I was gaining weight while still exercising. And I had inconsistent energy. My energy would just dip in the day. It would mountains and valleys all during the day, inconsistent energy. I was craving sugar like no other. Like, I was drinking tons of soda a day. My husband told me, he's like, you drink way too much soda, but I just couldn't stop. And probably sugar, chocolate, candy, probably a good 3 times a day.
Wow. So what was like the tipping point for you then to want to make a change? I mean, how were you? Was it something that you were feeling inside, or what was it? What was that catalyst?
Well, probably, let's see, 1 year ago, I was in pretty good shape. I was still a little heavy, but I was in pretty good shape physically, and I ran a Spartan race. And as soon as that race was over, I slowly let myself fall out of shape, making poor food choices. And over about 6 months, I had packed on probably a good 15, maybe 20 pounds from probably 2 years ago. And it came on so slowly, maybe like a half a pound a week or a half a pound every 2 weeks. And it just came on so slowly that I didn't know what was happening. And when summer started to roll around, I was trying to get out my shorts and different things like that. And I was like, these aren't just tight, they don't fit at all. So that's when I was like, it's time to call Carrie and see what in the world she is so energy crazed about and what is making her feel so awesome and making all these cute videos and telling everybody her story. I need to know more about this. So that's what was the kicker is I don't have the attention span to exercise away 15 pounds. I wanted it gone quick.
Well, the thing is one, you were really trying to do things the right way. I mean, you were exercising, right? And
yes,
you were moving your body. You just weren't necessarily
absolutely.
getting the results. And so I commend you for your curiosity and for just taking essentially like a leap of faith and inquiring about it and asking about it. And I just have to ask you, I remember how our phone call went, that very first phone call. But I want to kind of hear it from you. Um, was there some hesitation in that conversation? Were you a little skeptical, a little hesitant? Had you tried other things before?
Okay, well, I don't know if you remember our very, very first phone call. And that was you call me and you're like, hey, Amy, this is Carrie. And I'm like, hi, Carrie. Like I was trying to go through every Carrie in my mind that I knew. I'm like, and it was not matching up. And you're like, is this a bad time? And but before you said it's a bad time, you're like, it's Carrie Sakowski, like, and you're like, is this a bad time? And I'm like, yeah, that's actually a bad time. And I remember putting you off several days until then the initial call where we actually spoke, and it was kind of like on my decision, like I called you. And when I was finally ready to take the plunge, yeah. How did it go? Was I hesitant? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I was. I'm like, I I didn't know. I had never been a shake person, and I had this kind of hunch that this involved shakes. And I just didn't know how that was going to go. Um, I wanted something simple, but yeah, I was very, very hesitant, but I was so curious. I wanted to know what made you feel so awesome, and I wanted to feel just like that. So I was pretty open to it.
You were. It was a couple conversations, and
It was one long phone call. It was one long one, and then like 2 days later, I had thought about it. I was like, actually, I think it was just one day later. I think I called you one day later because the first call was on a Saturday, and I ordered on a Sunday. So
yeah. And then that was when was that?
3 months ago. I've been on the system for 3 months.
All right, so let's talk about what's going on now. What happened in the last 3 months?
Now I feel amazing. Like I feel like Carrie. Like I am energy crazed, and I have tons of energy. My digestion is better, which my digestion had been kind of screwed up beforehand. My sleeping, I know this nutritional system kind of helps with the sleeping, but that was never an issue for me. Just ask my husband. I am an excellent sleeper. But I have lots of energy to exercise now. Like before where I was doing maybe one workout, now I can do two, or I can run. I have the energy and the will to run again these days. Where in that other 6 months, running was last on my list. I had a really nice pair of running shoes that were in pristine shape because I never used them. They were in great shape.
So you were able to dust them off and put them back on, right?
Oh yeah, they were perfect, right? I probably took them for like 1 or 2 runs and then had no more energy left to do it, and Yeah, so those are in great shape. But now, like, you see my shirt, Carrie? You see my shirt, my Spartan shirt, and my Spartan hat.
I love it.
I was able to, I was able to lose 15 pounds in 3 months, and to be honest, most of that came off in like the first 5 weeks. 5 weeks. You can't do that with exercise. You just can't.
No, no.
The weight
Well,
came off, and I worked out. I got back in Spartan form, and I ran a race. I came in fourth in my age group, and I'm signed up to do another Spartan race in 2.5 weeks. And I'll bring all my energy, crazed excitement over there.
that is so awesome. I can't wait to see how the next Spartan race happens, and what your finishing time is, because you're probably going to see probably a little bit of a change from the last one that you just did.
Maybe this is a totally different course, though. So as long as I still finish kind of well within my age bracket compared to the other old girls my age, I'll be really, really happy.
Well, I have to commend you again. I think that more than not, the hardest step is just taking the first step to making a change and to being open to it, and letting go some of our fears, because I think, again, in the media, we can be overpromised things. We can have some high expectations for ourselves and what things to happen, like you said, like this. And granted, for you, you had a fairly quick transformation within 5 weeks. And for some people, it may take a little bit longer. It just depends on the person and the body. But you have come just full circle, and you yourself are blessing others with this incredible nutrition and helping them find the solutions that they need for a lifestyle change. And I just love seeing all of your energy and how well you're feeling. And for you coming on tonight and sharing your transformation and your story with all of us.
Yeah, it is so exciting. I feel like it's a gift to be able to share this with others. I mean, I really feel like I have the ability to give people a gift or a possible solution for how they may be feeling. And how they may be feeling may be far worse than how I was feeling, but I just want to help people. Like, I think maybe that's why, I'm a teacher. I want to help people. I want to help kids. I want to connect with people. And this nutrition has given me the ability to do that and really help people with their health and their lives. It's a
Absolutely.
gift.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that any better. You said it beautifully. Thank you so much, Amy. So before we go, then, I just have one more question for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can you offer like one tip or one thought, motivational thought for somebody that might need to hear it tonight?
Motivational thought. I would say if you think you want to try this nutritional system, if you think you need a change in your life, you do. You do. That is the sign you need. You think you need a change, you definitely do. And this system can give you the energy to do that, to help you reach your goals.
I love you. Mwah. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight. And the world, everybody, you need to go follow Amy Gallo. Again, thank you so much for being my special guest this evening, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again soon. And
Yes.
I think that's it. I think it's a wrap for tonight.
Yes. Thanks, Carrie.
All right.
That was my first time. I think we did good. Thanks, Carrie.
You so rocked it. You rocked it, girlfriend. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night.